A very good morning to you. This is Thursday edition of Sports This Morning. I am Yemi Adebayo.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
All right, let's start you off with the Paralympics. The host, Brazil, put up a spectacular show yesterday with a festival of drums and samba and, of course, parade of wheelchairs and giant balloons at the sold-out Maracana Stadium for the opening ceremony of the 2016 Paralympics.
Yeah, it's official, Yemi. I mean, for 12 days, we're going to see the best of action from these Paralympians, including Nigerians as well. Also on the show, from the Paralympics, we go to the U.S. Open, where there was a minor upset, yesterday when Kai Nishikori sent packing Andy Murray in the quarterfinals. I mean, prior to their meeting yesterday, Andy Murray had a 7-1 advantage on head-to-head, and everyone, all pundits, thought Andy Murray was going to go ahead and get into the semis, but it wasn't meant to be because Kai Nishikori had other ideas. He came through that one in 5 sets.
Yeah. And it took 4 hours to get the job done.
Incredible stuff.
Andy Murray was leading at some stage.
Yes.
And it was intense. It was, grueling 4 hours. Ivan Lendl had to step out at some point because just couldn't take it. And there is it. Andy Murray out of the U.S. Open. This year has been relatively good for Andy Murray. So you will be expecting that he will probably, world number 2 against world number 6. But it doesn't go his way. Yeah,
it wasn't meant to be for him. Like I said earlier, the first set started so well for Andy Murray. He won a 6-1, 35 minutes. And you thought, okay, this is going to be another procession for Andy Murray. But Nishikori didn't lie down. He didn't lay down at all. He came back strong, won the second set. And it was a ding-dong affair until he got to the final set. And that was the final set. That was the decider where Kai Nishikori, just took that one 7-5. And that's the result, confirmation of the result for you there. Andy Murray, is no longer at the U.S. Open. He's been defeated by Kai Nishikori 1-6, 6-4, 4-6, 6-1, 7-5. Like Yemi said, he went about 4 hours before that one was decided. In other results, Yemi, Stan Wawrinka, beat Juan Martín del Potro. That was in 4 sets, and it was a very tough one as well. Very, very good. Juan Martín del Potro,
against all odds, came back. He's been plagued with injuries, and everything has been good for him. He's unlucky again. At the Olympics, he was unlucky.
Lost the final.
Yes, and this one as well. And he has won here before. So some of us were thinking, okay, he might just be back with the U.S. Open. But Stan Wawrinka had something else to say about that. Yeah, for Stan Wawrinka,
it's good to see him still playing really well. A 2-time major winner now. And he's reached his U.S. Open semifinals for the 3rd time, with a late night. That game was actually, played early this morning, Nigerian time. He won that one 7-6. 4-6, 6-3, 6-2 over 2009 champion Juan Martín del Potro. So for del Potro, like I said, it's been a comeback here for him, of some sort. A lot of injuries, but he got to the finals at the Olympics. Now he's got to the quarterfinals at the U.S. Open, and because of everything he's been able to achieve this year, he's going to rise from world number 142 to 65 next. Next week when the ATP rankings are released. So, good one for Juan Martín del Potro there, even though he's out of the US Open. Serena Williams over Simona Halep.
Wasn't willing to give up that number 1. No. There are some ladies in this tournament
that can overtake her.
But she's just going on strong.
Yes.
She knows what she needs to do to remain as number 1, and she dispatched Simona Halep. She lost the second set, but she came back strong in the third, won, and it's always difficult to bet against Serena Williams in any tournament she fishes. She's always the favorite to win. Karolina Pliskova as well defeated, the lady from Croatia. Everyone's been talking about her, but she lost 6-2, 6-2, and so those are the. Those are the ones in the semi-final, and this is what it's going to look like, Tayo.
In the semis,
for the men's singles, Novak Djokovic against Gael Monfils. My problem with Novak in this tournament is that 5 matches, first set, he got dragged into round 1, got dragged into 4 sets. That wasn't good enough for me. And for every match he has played, his opponent had to
Yeah,
go out. And you know, I'm saying this man hasn't been tested. My opinion here, this man hasn't been tested, but he's world number one.
Of course.
He's paid his dues. He's won difficult matches, so nobody can say that it's a stroll in the park for him.
No.
And the man we just talked about, Stanislas Wawrinka and Ken Nishikori. Ken Nishikori, you remember at some point got into the finals. He lost to Marin Cilic. So we'll see how all of this pans out. The men's game, apart from when Djokovic is involved, the men's game nowadays is unpredictable.
Very hard to predict.
Only when Novak is involved, you know he's going to win.
So
but when he's not involved, it's
based on what you're saying now, you're saying Novak is going to get to the final when he beats Guy Monfils.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And the other one between Stan Wawrinka and Kai Nishikori, 3-2. Wawrinka leads the head-to-head in that one, so it's a very tight call. To the women's singles, I mean, Serena Williams versus Karolina Pliskova.
Yeah.
Angelique Kerber versus Caroline Wozniacki. I mean, this one, Serena surely.
Serena surely, second one tough to call. Angelique Kerber, lady in form, and she has something to look forward to. As long as she keeps progressing in this tournament, she might just usurp Serena Williams in that top position. Caroline Wozniacki, a good comeback. She's been able to bury her demons and all the ghosts after the Rory McIlroy issue, and she's been coming back into it. So we'll see how all of that pans out. That's our brief summary of what went down at the US Open. So we'll keep looking. No African interest, of course. Kevin Anderson has been bundled out.
Long time ago.
So we just sit in and see what happens.
Yeah, surely we'll see what happens. You know, for another 2 days, Serena Williams is quest to win that 23rd major, which is going to be a record. Open era. He's still on in his a record for a 7th, US Open title is on as well too, and she's been world number 1 for 187, weeks as well too. That dream is still alive.
Sometimes when you check the WTA rankings, don't look for number 1. It's going to be there, and she's stayed there for long, more than anyone I can remember. In modern day tennis.
Incredible player. What an absolute legend. I mean, 309, wins at Grand Slam events and counting.
Roger Federer.
And counting. I mean, is there a limit to what she can achieve, before she retires?
I don't know. Unless she gets injured. We thought age was a factor. She's showing us that age is just nothing but numbers, and the young ones just not doing enough. Just not doing.
The competition is not really there.
It's not there.
It's not there. Okay, let's just quickly go and see, the highlights of the quarterfinal matches that were played, yesterday and early this morning.
Well, yeah, it was a really difficult match. I didn't quite start well and lost 6-1, and I felt it was really quick, and I was lashing a little bit and missing too many unforced. But after lane delay, I think I grew a little bit, with my coach, and I tried to change a little bit my tennis and start working a little better. I started getting my rhythm back.
Yeah, I'm not too disappointed. It was, a good match. Could have gone either way. Obviously, would have loved to have won, but I've had a good run the last few months, and you can't win every match, and it's obviously a shame. I would have loved to have gone further, but it wasn't to be today.
Andy Murray, world number 2, says it wasn't meant to be for him today. So better luck next time, Yemi. I mean, Andy Murray's had a great year, like we said.
Yeah.
And, the season is not really over because we still have the ATP, World Tour at the end of the season. So there's still something to look forward to for Andy Murray.
Obviously, it's going to be in the ATP World Tour because he's number 2. But for a tennis player, he ends here because that's the last Grand Slam of the year. Unless you want to end with the bragging rights of being world number 1. I don't see anybody upstaging Novak.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
And if you're still in the top 8, you're definitely going to be at the O2 Arena in London for the World ATP World Tour finals. Okay, let's move on now, Ty, and talk about Paralympics. It's been good for the Brazilians. They hosted the Olympics, no issues. Now it's the Paralympics. And they put up a show, spectacular one at that. Samba was in the air. Wheelchairs.
What's a Brazilian ceremony without samba?
Yeah, it was colorful, and they put up a fantastic show for these special humans, like they call them, special athletes, and a whole lot of things were put into it. Cultural display, like you said, Tayo, giant balloons, and it was sold out at the Maracana Stadium. It was packed full. By the way, that's where the closing ceremony would take place as well. The little downside, the president was booed while making his speech. The local organizing chairman as well was booed. That's the only downside to what was, a spectacular show, a spectacular performance put up by the LOC, by Brazil. I mean, they hold their heads high. I don't know, maybe apart from technology, I don't see what Tokyo would do differently. Well, maybe technology.
Come on,
but
that's 4 years from now. So you expect Tokyo to try and topple what Brazil have done. Yemi, 12 days. We're going to see great action from this Paralympians. About 4,300 athletes from over 170 nations.
About 23 events.
Yes. Yeah. We'll be competing. At the games. We have sports like para-athletics, powerlifting, the very popular ones, para table tennis, you have archery, you have judo, you have swimming. These guys can do,
just about everything.
Just about everything, the elite athletes can do. So I'm really excited about these ones. And Team Nigeria as well too, we've got a few athletes representing us in para table tennis, para athletics,
we'll be watching out for
powerlifting. We'll watch out for them. We'll give our viewers the updates on the performance as the competition progresses.
Okay, Tayo, before we go on break, let's talk about Russia. It's laughable. It's laughable.
It is.
I don't know what to say.
It is thoughtful.
I think it's laughable.
Yeah, why? Are you surprised?
On moral grounds, I think it's laughable. If you get a ban for state-sponsored doping, and instead of covering your head in shame, you go out to say, if you take me out of the Paralympics, I would go ahead and host my own. And that's what the Russians... What you've just said, that is another way to look at it. But Russians...
are you surprised? Because they did something similar, for the Rio Olympics itself, so I'm not surprised. Like I said, it's thoughtful. It's an opportunity for these guys that have been preparing for, 4 years,
especially
to get to do something as well.
Especially because not all of them are guilty. So we can take it and leave it at that. Let's go on a quick break. There's more for you. On Sports This Morning.